on advice of my friends, they mentioned I should get in front of the camera to do some of these videos, so I'm going to try to do a couple of them and see how it works out, do the introduction. Today what we're going to be looking at is this. It is the HSA Custom SD6. That's a Hotspot Airsoft custom MP5 SD6 version that I got made up. Let me tell you the story behind this. I was given this upper receiver with the barrel in it by a friend, and he said, I can't find a lower that'll match it. Well, I tried all my different, it was an ICS version, I tried all my different ICS lowers on it, nothing fit. So when we took a trip up to Hotspot Airsoft recently, I left the gun there and I said, can you find a lower that'll match with this and make sure it shoots good and things like that. So he found a lower that matches it and set it up, and it's working very well. We're going to get into a little bit closer video inspection of the gun and some shooting tests in chrono. Okay, what we have here is the front receiver, the lower receiver, and the standard MP5 stock. To get to the battery, you slide the handguard forward, and it reveals a battery. I have an 11.1 in here. You can see the fuse underneath. It's a standard car fuse, slide-in type. It's a 20 amp. Looking at the rear stock, you can take that off, and you can wire the gun to the rear. As to my connections, you can remove and get an extension and run it through the stock. And you can see that it's got a standard end plate on the stock, a little tough to get off. But it is hollow, and you can put in a very large battery inside. Now I'm going to show you the different stocks that I have, starting with the retractable stock that normally comes on these. Fits very well, there's no issues with it. It's coming from my ICS. And we have an end cap, which if you want to get into a CQB environment, swivel on there to put on your rig. Next we have a rod style stock. Foldable that I got off evike.com. I put a swing swivel on there so that I could attach it to my rig. Standard ICS stock that comes with the MX5s. Swing swivel, folding stock. And I didn't have the pin in, and it pops right off. It has a cheek riser. And you can see I didn't have the pin in. This is an M4 style buffer tube that I got to fit on my MP5. Also put a cheek riser on it. You'll see that I have right in the front there a sling mount that I have mounted around the nut that's there. Here we have my chrono box, and I'm using Elite Force 0.25 BBs. Right before this, I dumped the speed limiter on the floor, and it was a mess. You can see the average here on the semi-only is running anywhere from 345 to 350. I was hitting the side a little bit and was throwing it off. Here we are, full auto. I'm not quite getting enough burst in there. 16.9, 16.9 again, and you can show I'm pointing at the sides there. My best one was 1703 at 354. Here we're outside, and we're going to be doing some shooting. From where I was standing, it was 125 feet. start on semi. And it was reaching it out there, but dropping at 125. And I switch up to full auto. There was a little bit of a breeze. You can't see it in the background there, moving some around. Well, that concludes my video of the HSA custom SD6. I hope you liked it. Some of the features and stuff. It is incredibly light, like I said. And it has decent range, decent FPS. It was anywhere from 340 to 350 on an average. So it's perfect for indoor, plus it's also, you can do pretty well outside. Maybe if you want, you can contact Hotspot Airsoft and have them build one for you. Remember, please play safely out there. Have a good one.